The respiratory system is one of the most important systems of the human body. It is the system that allows us to breathe and gives us life. Every single breath we take brings oxygen into the body and removes carbon dioxide from the body. Without oxygen, our cells cannot produce energy, and without removal of carbon dioxide, our body cannot remain balanced. Let us now understand, step by step, how the respiratory system works. Breathing starts when we inhale air, through the nose or through the mouth. The nose performs an important function. Tiny hairs and mucus inside the nose filter dust, germs, and harmful particles. The nose also warms the air and moistens it so that the lungs receive clean and comfortable air. From the nose, air moves into the pharynx. The pharynx is a shared passage for both food and air. When we breathe, air passes through the pharynx and enters the larynx. The larynx, also called the voice box, is located at the top of the windpipe. It not only allows air to pass, but also helps us speak by vibrating the vocal cords. Below the larynx lies the trachea, or the windpipe. The trachea is a strong, yet flexible tube made of rings of cartilage that keep it open at all times. Through the trachea, air travels downwards into the chest cavity. At the bottom, the trachea divides into two branches, called bronchi. One bronchus enters the left lung, and the other enters the right lung. Inside the lungs, each bronchus branches into smaller tubes, called bronchioles. These bronchioles become smaller and smaller, like the branches of a tree. At the end of the bronchioles are clusters of tiny air sacs, called alveoli. The alveoli are the most important part of the respiratory system. There are millions of alveoli inside the lungs. Each alveolus is surrounded by a network of tiny blood vessels called capillaries. When air reaches the alveoli, oxygen passes through the thin walls into the blood vessels. At the same time, carbon dioxide from the blood moves into the alveoli. When we exhale, this carbon dioxide is released out of the body. This exchange of gases, oxygen going in and carbon dioxide coming out, is called respiration. It is the very process that keeps us alive. The act of breathing is controlled by the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a large, dome-shaped muscle located below the lungs. When we inhale, the diaphragm contracts and moves downward. This creates space in the chest cavity and air rushes into the lungs. When we exhale, the diaphragm relaxes and moves upward, pushing air out of the lungs. Along with the diaphragm, the rib muscles also help in breathing. They expand and contract the chest, making inhalation and exhalation easier. Now, let us understand why the respiratory system is so important. Oxygen is needed by every cell in the body to produce energy. This process of energy production is called cellular respiration. Without oxygen, cells cannot function and life cannot continue. The respiratory system also helps maintain balance of gases in the body. Too much carbon dioxide can make the blood acidic and cause serious health problems. By removing carbon dioxide, the lungs keep the blood clean and balanced. If the respiratory system is not healthy, breathing becomes difficult. Common problems include asthma, bronchitis, pneumonia, tuberculosis, and lung cancer. Infections, smoking, pollution, and weak immunity can damage the lungs. That is why it is very important to take care of our respiratory health. We should avoid smoking and stay away from polluted environments. We should exercise regularly because exercise strengthens the lungs and improves their capacity. Eating a balanced diet with vitamins and antioxidants also protects the lungs. In conclusion, the respiratory system is the system that keeps us alive every moment of our life. It brings in oxygen for energy and removes carbon dioxide as waste. From the nose to the lungs to the alveoli, every part of the system works together in harmony. By protecting this system, we protect our life itself.